Hello everybody and welcome back to Chronically Fabulous. So today's video is going to be about teenage disability and dealing with family over the holidays. I'm certain that anybody who has any kind of invisible disability that didn't present until they were a little bit older, like for me, ehlers-danlos syndrome started setting in after I hit puberty. Anybody who has any kind of disability that you can't obviously see, that doesn't require a cane or a wheelchair or anything like that all the time, has been through this before. You have gone to a family gathering or something to do with needing to be around people who don't all know you extremely well. For me, this is going to be Christmas this year. I'm going today, as of today, today is the 23rd of December, and I'm having, excuse me, my shoulder's itchy. I'm having a really big family Christmas gathering in 2 days. And I know that I'm gonna get those, "Oh, are you better yet?" questions. The, "Oh, well, it can't be that bad." Or like sitting alone, just like needing some time to like regroup because pain is setting in and I just need time to like recenter myself to, you know, like balance my mind. And I'm gonna get the, "Oh, why don't you come socialize? Like, people are here to see you." And it's just like, I would if I could. I don't know. Really not looking forward. I'm looking forward to it because I love my family very much. But at the same time, if you haven't had chronic pain issues, if you haven't had any kind of invisible disability issue, and you don't, it's a lot harder to understand, and I get that. But at the same time, like, there are some people who are not willing to try to understand, which bothers the shit out of me. I don't know, I'm really nervous about it actually, because like there's a few people in my family who still believe that I'm gonna get better. And every time I explain, like, no, I'm not gonna get better, I'm either gonna get worse or I'm just gonna kind of stay here, which is not that great either, I get the, "Oh, stop being so pessimistic. Oh, you just need to like work harder on getting better," and stuff like that. It's like, you think I'm not trying to get better? Bitch, please. I don't know. But helpful tips for when you're hanging out with family who doesn't get it: be patient. Be patient. Because there's nothing else you can do. You can try your best to educate people. You can try your best to help them understand. But unless they want to, you can't change that. You can't change whether or not someone wants to understand. Which sucks, but at the same time, it's just like how no one can control whether or not you're in pain. They have no control over it, and you have no control over whether or not they choose to understand. Now, if you're lucky, like I am, where I've got family that's willing to try and understand, think up analogies before you go to any kind of family gathering where they're gonna ask questions. Like, my number one always use it analogy, because it still fits to this day, is my rubber band analogy, where I feel like my joints are attached by rubber bands, like especially my shoulder. Like, I've explained it to family members before. It's just like, with this band, this is how my joints feel. I have no control over it, and every once in a while it just kind of stretches and comes back, but it's still painful. And they kind of, having an analogy that's not a personal story where it's saying, "Oh, I feel like my shoulder's slipping out." If they haven't had that happen to them before, they're not gonna understand. But if you're like, "Oh, it feels like my shoulder and my like arm are attached by a rubber band and it feels like this," that's a visual representation. That makes it a lot easier to understand. If you have chronic fatigue, like I do, make it clear that you're not trying to be tired. Like, you probably slept well, like I did last night. You probably aren't actually, it's not that you're not tired, it's you're not sleepy. It's like you're exhausted but without the need to sleep, because you know that you're going to function with chronic fatigue anyways. That I usually use the analogy of like, Imagine when you are sick and you feel like garbage and you're just tired all the time. You get it? Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other ones I've got. Sorry, this video is not going to be edited, by the way, just because, like, Anthony usually edits my videos, but I am alone in the apartment now because he went to go spend the holidays with his family. But anyways, if you have any suggestions, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be posting this the day before. Actually, I might even post it today. Today is Friday, and tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and then the day after that is Christmas. And I actually might post this today to, like, help people out ahead of time. That's probably a good idea. I think I am going to do that. But anyway, if you have suggestions or things that you use to explain things to your family, or even just analogies that you use for yourself to help yourself understand things better, please leave them in the comments below. It will actually legitimately help people out. It could help me out. As I continuously forget to say, my social media will be linked in the description below, and you're welcome to contact me if you need to. My Ask FM is going to be down there, so if you want to leave an anonymous video suggestion, you are welcome to. Missy, stop that. If you knock over the camera, cat, I will smack you. I want to, actually, because I love you, but this is a very expensive camera. Please don't knock it over. But, yeah, my Ask will be down there, so if you don't want to suggest a video in, like, the comments, but you have one in mind that you don't really want to share openly, you can leave an anonymous suggestion there. But yeah, anyway, subscribe if you haven't. I make weekly videos and it's a great time. It's not. I think it's a fun time, but I don't know, it's a good time. But anyway, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next weekend.